Trial is set at the Vatican for the elevation tomorrow of 21 new cardinals. 18 of them are under the age of 80 and would be able to vote in a conclave to choose the next pope. After tomorrow's consistory, there will be 243 members of the College of Cardinals. EWTN News Vatican Correspondent Colm Flynn has more.
Tomorrow morning at the Vatican, Pope Francis will create 21 new cardinals. This is his 9th consistory in 10 years. The Holy Father announced the new cardinals in July during a Sunday Angelus.
30 settembre prossimo terrò un consistorio per la nomina di nuovi cardinali.
A consistory is the formal ceremony in St. Peter's Basilica where the Pope presents the men named in his formal decree with a scarlet red hat, called a biretta, and a ring, elevating them as cardinals. There are two key groups of cardinals, electors and non-electors. Only cardinals under the age of 80 are permitted to vote in a conclave for the next pope, as the rule is once a cardinal turns 80 years old, they are called non-electors and no longer allowed to take part.
Cardinals who are over 80 or who, they were made cardinals before they turned 80 and then they turned 80, it's kind of an honor, especially those who are created cardinal after they've already turned 80. They already know they're not going to participate in a future conclave.
At the moment, there are 221 cardinals in the world, and of them, 119 are allowed to vote for the next pope as they are under 80. With this new consistory, Pope Francis will create 21 new cardinals, of which 18 are under 80, and so will have a vote in the next conclave until they too turn 80. This means that Pope Francis will have created 121 cardinals from 66 countries. That's 55% of all the cardinals. And of the ones who can vote, Pope Francis will have created 98 of them, which is 72% of the cardinal electors. So with Pope Francis and this upcoming consistory, who are the type of men he is selecting to become cardinal, and where are they from?
This pope, compared to other popes, has traditionally chosen less of those archbishops who are kind of expected to become cardinals. There are those dioceses, archdioceses in the world that traditionally always had a cardinal as the head, and he has instead chosen men from many different places in the world, and often places that have never had countries that have never had a cardinal before.
The home countries of the cardinals are changing too, with Pope Francis selecting more from parts of the world never before having a cardinal. From Mongolia to South Africa, one of the new cardinals being created is Stephen Brislin, Archbishop of Cape Town.
I think the big challenge for us in South Africa is really to try to unite all the different communities that we serve, because having come out of the apartheid era and the colonial period prior to that, people were divided and separated. And we still have to work on reconciliation between races, between peoples. And the Church has got an enormously important role to play in that, of bringing about reconciliation and a true peace.
Another important cardinal-elect is Bishop Stephen Chow Sai-yan from Hong Kong.
The challenge for Catholics in Hong Kong is come to really celebrate our faith in a meaningful way, helping Hong Kong to become better as a community. Better in different ways, like education we have. How do we continue to provide good moral education in Hong Kong so we have moral citizens? I think that's important. Nowadays, when education becomes competitive and becomes like achievement-oriented, there's nothing wrong with being competitive and achievement, but the main thing for us, Catholic, is the formation of the person.
Pope Francis has said that these new cardinals represent the universality of the Catholic Church, that he hopes will continue to proclaim the merciful love of God to all people on earth. In Rome, Colm Flynn, EWTN News Nightly.